how that was going. Wow. So my name is Mike Bradley, and before I start this, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you have volunteered? Okay. And how many of you have been really stoked to go volunteer? Okay. So things are starting to work. I guess my job's done here. So, in 2010, I joined AmeriCorps and CCC on a whim and moved down to Mississippi. And I had no idea what I was going to do. I just picked up and moved. And what happened was I got shipped off to this tiny old boarding school and was living out of a duffel bag and a van for 5 months, moving around the country, just volunteering for random places. And I loved it, which was really odd. I was eating chicken fingers and sleeping with spiders every day. And there was something about the adventure that caught my attention. And I think that's kind of what's missing now for my specific generation. And this is the issue at hand. In 2012, the population was almost 313 million people in the US. 64.5 million people volunteered. Of those numbers, it gets kind of alarming. I chose 3 age groups: 35 to 44-year-olds, 16 to 19-year-olds, and 20 to 24-year-olds. What happened here? What happened between 16 and 19 to 20 and 24? It dropped down 9%. And that blows my mind. We have an audience there that we can get and keep going. The numbers don't have to dip like that. We can keep it raising and raising and raising and change the mindset of how we volunteer. So what really needs to change? My target market for this is to grab the college kids. We need to engage them, excite them, and empower them. That means giving them the opportunity to do something they like. It's not come down to the soup kitchen, which is a great idea, but it's not just come down for a day, maybe do it once, twice, and leave and feel like you've done your job. It's something to change your own world, to make a difference, and to feel proud about what you're doing. Once we do that and keep those numbers going up, we'll have a self-sustaining situation. So we can keep the numbers going up. We don't have to just allow ourselves to feel like we're going to college, we're not going to do anything, it's not fun, I'd rather go out and do this, I'm too busy. We can empower us to stay changing our communities. And we have to bridge that gap with these high school and college kids. That is a ramp that needs to go up. Here's how we failed. I believe it's a marketing tactic. Volunteering, in my mind, is one of those things where you do it to feel good about yourself. You do it to help the community, but you shouldn't do it to have a glorified reaction. It shouldn't be something where we're throwing money at it and making it exciting. It's something that you almost feel selfish for if you're really spreading the word and trying to push it on people. Now, the 3 things I come up with are obviously the boring and the Walmart effect. Have any of you guys gone to volunteermatch.com? This is volunteermatch.com for Colorado. This is the first page that pops up. We found 1,722 volunteering opportunities. That's great, but are you really going to sift through all of those and sit down and think you're going to find the right one to go to? Some may. But I would get really bored. I would go, there are 7 pages of this. And the hard part is, they're always the same one, repetitively. It's the big name ones that get the people and need the people, but there's that missing ownership that you feel when you can go to a smaller place and start helping it out. So what am I going to do? I want to become the megaphone for visionaries of my generation. I want to help in this room alone. There's a handful of people that are going to do amazing things. Everybody's doing amazing things, but there's a handful of people that are trying to change the world. I want to be your megaphone. I want to have your voice shout out and connect you to as many people as I can. I want to have organizations where people feel like this is for me. It's not just me going down to one place because I have a day off. This is something that I want to do, something that I can give my heart and soul to doing. And most of all, I want to inspire and excite people to go and change the world. You need that spark to keep you coming back, to get back to that self-sustaining system. And the biggest thing is to put a face to a story. If you see somebody around our age that went out, like Eric, if you see that, it's not just an idea where, oh, somebody did that, but I couldn't do it. You're here in front of us, and it's an inspiration to see somebody putting their time and effort in our age to go out and change something and make a huge difference. So how am I going to do this? Marketing phase 1, summer 2013. Very exciting stuff. I plan on going out and interviewing people like Eric, like Amy, like a million other people in Colorado, and starting to put their interviews on the websites so people can click and have a link to go back to that website. I want to highlight their wisdom and words in a way of having people understand, like, oh my God, this is really simple. It just takes effort. It just takes passion. It just takes stepping up and making a change. And I want to allow the personality to shine through. Because when I look downtown and I see Volunteers of America, the big building, I know they do good. I know they do things to help the community out. But where's that connection? Where is the one-on-one personal connection to make me feel like I'm a part of it? To make me feel like not only am I part of a corporation, but I'm an individual that cares about my community. And I'm going to post these videos on my WordPress, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my website. This is going to be the core foundation of what I want to start for the next 2 years. So my goals are to give exposure to people doing great things in Colorado, and practice my interviewing skills and camera work, and build a resume of what I plan on doing for Phase 2. I know there's anticipation to see what Phase 2 is. Summer 2014, I am traveling across the US, filming a documentary, finding the people across the country in my generation, like the ones sitting in this room, that are making a difference. I want to find the young people who are dedicated to changing their communities and the world, and the country. I want this to be able to put a face to the story. Again, that broader scope of making people realize that you can do this. If you have a passion, you can put your face on a story and have people understand they can do it too. Make it achievable, and inspire others to do the same. This is my group of however many, I think it was 12. We all lived in duffel bags, and we all traveled around in a van. Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee. Those people were fit in a 15P, which is a 15-person van. This is real stuff. You can go do this if you want to. I advise a lot of deodorant. So my goals are to show the excitement and energy in volunteering. I want to make it different than Volunteers of America in the sense of it's not just going down to your city for one time. It's going out and exploring something, opening your eyes, seeing new things, and just enjoying life and giving back. Do something bigger than just walking down the street and finding a local place to go to. And I want to empower those who might not feel that they can make a difference to understand that you can stand up for what you believe in and make a huge impact on the world. And selfishly, I want to draw people back to my website after seeing this documentary, because I'm going to have all the links to the websites of the places I helped, all the interviews, and everything else for people to see, oh, he did that in Alabama, I want to go to Alabama. You click on a link and you're right there. Now this is the nitty-gritty of all, why it's going to work. If you're like me, you're sick of feeling tired of the negativity that's bombarded on you. I feel out of control. I see tragedies daily. I see things, my entire life, I was born in '88. I feel like the entirety of the 24 years has been war and hatred and bigotry. And things are starting to change a little bit, but we can make that change. We need to stand up right now and be proud of who we are and make the positive things happen. And doing good for others is a natural thing. It feels good. Just to hold the door open, it feels good for somebody. Just to make somebody's day, it feels good, and it is contagious. If you help somebody, that person's going to help somebody else. And so on and so forth. The fuse is there for us to light. Doing good is a natural thing. We just need to light it. We need to start the spark. There's never a better time than right here and right now to start something big. Here's what I need. Like-minded people with web design skills. I won't lie, I'm slightly technologically illiterate. But I have the passion to keep on going. If I can just get help, we need to make this a standout thing. This can't be, oh, a little MySpace page or something like that. This needs to grab my target market, 20 to 24-year-olds' attention, because they can smell a bad website from a mile away. So we need to keep it going. Word of mouth and networking is going to be huge. Right now, it's all social media. And I have a group of about 150 volunteers that I met through AmeriCorps across the country that are spreading the word, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback. I've already got a lot of people interested in me going and visiting them, but it needs to start spreading. Here's the exposure. The one that I find really interesting is CPR. Once I have my positive interviews for this summer put up, I really want to go to CPR, Colorado Public Radio, and start spreading the word that way, and engage the community that I think will start listening first. And donations, fundraising, and definitely a couch. Because there will be some times when I'm in the South or on the East Coast traveling around where I would love a couch. I'm 6'7", so if you know anybody with a huge couch, that would be even better. Thank you guys so much for your time. These are my social media links. That's me doing an awesome pose, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.